Hey there, Bracy here. So, yeah, I'm back. I'm in the studio. I'm sticking with the routine of recording, and it's hard. The vlog, it's not as easy or as fluid as I would like it to be, where it just like comes out of me every day, and I gotta talk. I gotta talk. Some days are far easier than others. Some days, I guess, just because of the experiences that I've had, it just kind of sets my mind in a place where I'm ready to like really kind of get stuff off of my chest or really kind of articulate what I've been going through in my head. But then there are days like today where I wake up and I'm like, I gotta do it. I don't really have anything to say. I'm not really in the mood to sit in front of a camera and release whatever's going on inside. And I feel like, that results in videos like yesterday where it's like I did it because I needed to do it. And I said I was going to stick through it and make sure that I'm posting and I'm talking about. But then also, I can see how people would just watch videos like yesterday and not feel like they got any value out of it. And also, likewise for a video like today. But my fallback is ultimately I'm doing this stuff for me and not for anyone else, really. Like, I'm doing this so I can get used to expressing my thoughts and opinions and getting it out there on a platform where I'm not really worried about people judging what it is that I have to say or how I have to say it, or whether it's the right thing to say or whether it's the right way to say it. And ultimately, giving myself the freedom to be wrong, which is something that I feel like culturally we need to be able to get to. Like, we need to be able to be wrong, but to do that we have to be honest with not just what we're trying to say, not just, but like, I mean, we need to be honest with ourselves. We need to be honest with like how much have we really thought about what it is that we're trying to say or what it is we're trying to do, or what shaped our opinions, what shaped our perspectives, our worldviews. I don't think people are willing to be as honest as I think they say they are. I think people's views on politics are very similar to, or how people got to their views on politics is really similar to how they got their views on religion, and probably really similar to how they got their views on their favorite sports team. Most people take what was given to them, and basically whatever their family handed them, because ultimately most people's family shape the environment in which somebody is born into. And since your chances of landing in a family that is well-rounded enough and puts you in an environment where it allows you to challenge yourself and challenge your environment are so small that your chances of actually falling into a beneficial world perspective for not just yourself but for the rest of the world is pretty slim. It's going to take some digging. It's going to take what some people call soul searching, and what's worse is that there's that layer on top of it that your identity has been formed by your environment, by your family, and chances are you have to confront that identity, which our brains process like you're being attacked, like if somebody's attacking your belief system, and ultimately that stems from a self-image, then your brain feels like they're attacking you physically. And that's not just me saying that. You can look that up. How does our brain process basically contrary beliefs or opinions or thoughts or information that conflict with our own beliefs or our own self-identity? Google that. Google how it affects how we process that information. It's crazy. So there needs to be a new change in how we look at it ourselves. I think a good example of that is like recycling. I feel like most people, especially people who recycle, they feel like they're doing the right thing. They've taken the time to separate the recycling stuff, put it in the right thing, and put it out. But how many people would be willing to be like Scouts honor or whatever honor you want to say, like that they wash everything that they recycle? Chances are most people don't wash everything that they recycle. There are some really good people out there, but most people, they probably feel like they're doing a good thing because they're recycling, but they also probably haven't gone through the actual process of learning what's the proper way to take care of the recycling, what happens to the recycling, and what's the state of recycling now. And if you start to dive into those questions, you'll find that we're in a lot of trouble. Not too long ago, China stopped taking our recycling, and the MRFs are basically the companies, the people in the companies that take our recycling, sort the good stuff from the bad stuff, the usable stuff from the not usable stuff, kind of get it down into its base parts and ship the basic material to whoever would be willing to buy it, or kind of condensing it as much as it can be condensed to send it out to somebody who would buy the material. But the problem is our material has been so crappy lately. It's been filled with so much, it's spoiled essentially. Like, it's so much food, so much crap in there, that most of our recycling has been getting thrown away. And that finally just kind of came to a head where China was like, this isn't worth it. This is we're bringing in so much pollution, so much disease into our country trying to get this material cheap. And so they stopped taking our recycling. And then other countries came up and were like, we'll take it. But then they hit the same problem just as fast. And ultimately, this stems from us not knowing ourselves, not knowing how much trash we're generating. There's such a disconnect from the people who create products to the people who take care of the end of life cycle after a product has kind of gone through what we wanted to do with it, which is essentially all the wrapping. After we've taken all the wrapping, all the protection, all that stuff, the single-use products, which is the worst, that there's so much stuff that we're not aware of on every single layer of every dimension that humans hit. We're not paying attention to how we affect the world on a global scale, on a national scale, on a state scale, on a township scale, on a familial scale, and on our own personal scale. All these things, all these layers of us are all kind of connected, and it's really important that we start to understand ourself in all the dimensions in which we operate, because it's having vast irreversible effects. And that's, I don't know. Yeah, that's all kind of just laying in the back of my head. So I'm going to stop it there because I don't really know where else to take it from right now. And I need to get some rest. But thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.